Finish making the list first.
Alright, class.
We're going right now?
We are in session.
Oh gosh.
Bada bing,
This is
bada boom. Time to get your attention. Please sit up straight in your chairs and get ready to get taught.
What's that?
What was that noise? It's a distraction, and there's no time for distractions here. Alright, today in class we are going to talk about differentiated instruction. Differentiated instruction. Okay, what that is, differentiated instruction is a variety of teaching methods in order to meet specific needs of each of the students. Now, to demonstrate this in a very practical way, I want both of you to name one of your favorite teachers that you have ever had before. Miss Bigler, what is the name of one of your favorite teachers that you've ever had?
Mrs. Flake.
Mrs. Flake. That's great. Now, hold on to that name and remember her. Mrs. Hilton. What is the
this?
name? Miss Hilton. What is the name of one of your favorite teachers that you've ever had?
I will say Doug Griffin.
Doug Griffin. Okay. Now, hold on to those names. For the next 90 seconds, you will be required to draw a picture
Oh,
of your teacher teaching you in any kind of classroom setting or whatever comes to your imagination. You will have 90 seconds to draw that teacher. Alright? So, your time begins. 3, 2, 1, now!
okay.
Begin drawing. Use this time wisely. Don't use too much detail, but give enough detail so that it's clear what's going on. Got about 45 seconds left. Very nice. Very nice. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Stop drawing. Alright, so go ahead and hold up your pictures. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Let's go ahead and show these to our camera over here. Very good drawing. Yes. Very nice. Alright, thank you both for drawing. Now, the reason I gave this assignment to draw something is because I would like to know, what did you like about this teacher? What was something that made them memorable to you and really made them one of your favorite teachers?
I like my teacher because he was super funny, and he made. I like to get my information by drinking out of a fire hose, and he'll just He'll just give all the information all at once, and then let us interpret it how we will, and then do the work. And I like that version because I can pretend I'm smarter than everyone.
Okay, that's great. So the fire hose approach was very effective for you. Great, thank you, Mr. Yes, yeah. Well, you just coined a new phrase for that. Yes, Miss Bigler.
I liked Mrs. Flake because she was very patient and she was well knowledged. She knew what she was talking about when she taught us something, and when we'd experiment on the things that she taught, they actually worked.
Okay, that's very good. Thank you for sharing. Now, tell me, with these teachers, we heard from Miss Hilton that her teacher would use a lot of words to convey a lot of information, and Mrs. Flake would use what exactly would she use to get her information across to teach her students?
Example a lot of the time, but also repetition, just us trying things.
Okay, that's great. A lot of practical things. She would show it herself and then ask her students to do the same. That's really good. Okay, so our objective for this class is we want to know a variety of teaching methods in order to meet the needs of all the students you could possibly teach. In case you have an interest in a future career in teaching, today we want to help you know how you can meet all of their needs. So we're going to go through a big list of different teaching methods that you can use in order to teach your students. One of them, we'll just go straight into it. One of them is called pair share. Now, feel free to take notes on the back of that picture you have just drawn if you would like to remember some of these things that we're talking about. First one is called pair sharing. And pair sharing, basically, it's all about having a partner. So it's something that you can work individually and then you collaborate and present ideas with each other. Think of like group presentations, think of classwork where you work together. This is pair sharing. Okay, that is one of our methods of teaching. Another one is round robin or the round table method. Sometimes this will happen when a teacher will ask students to sit at a large table or sit with all their chairs in a big circle, and one by one they will share ideas going in a circle so that nobody is left out. Remember, some students are shy, they don't want to speak very much, and this round robin gives a chance for everybody to participate. A very effective way of teaching. Here's another one. Well, currently I am giving a lecture. This is one method of teaching.
Crazy.
Lecturing. Yes. Another one is the jigsaw method. Now students will become an expert on one topic. They'll give assignments. For example, a teacher will say, for the next couple of weeks we will be studying the topic of malaria. Group A, you will study in which countries is malaria most affected. Group B, you will study the symptoms of malaria. Group C, you will study the treatments of how to correct and treat this disease. And each of those groups will take a week to really research those different categories. Then when they all come together, there will be a big presentation day where they all present these ideas to each other, and because they have become experts on those things, they hear things and give things to their peers, and everyone is benefited that way. That is the what? What
Jigsaw.
kind of? Yes.
When you mentioned lecture, is that also another one that you wanted us to write down?
Yes.
You didn't explain that one very good. You just said that you're doing it right now.
Yes. Well, I'm trying to be like Mrs. Flake and show by example.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Thank you for the question. All right. So, time is running short. The quiz trade. It's basically flashcards. There's a quiz trade where you will write a question on the front of a 3x5 card, and then on the back you will have the answer written on there, and you will quiz each other. And some people learn very quickly that way. Like for me, I love flashcards. I can go back and forth seeing questions and answers, and it's very useful. Two more. Rally coach. Students. Okay, student A watches and checks B as they solve a problem. For example, student A will have the answer key to the quadratic formula kind of math problem. Now, student B will have the question and they will be going through trying to answer it while student A observes them and sees what they're doing. Occasionally they will correct them, and when they're finished with the problem, then they'll talk about it. Then they switch roles. That's another way of learning. Last but not least, problem-based learning. Using real-world problems to help students learn concepts and develop critical thinking skills. What is a real-world problem that we're facing today?
Homelessness.
Homelessness. All right. So, homelessness, that is a real-world problem.
Time is running out, that's a problem.
Yes, time is running out, that's a problem. So, as a teacher, you can present this to, let me say, a statistics class or even a business class, you can say, how can businesses in today's world help those people who are homeless? And use that as an objective of how you can get people to learn about that. Now, these are the many ways we can use differentiated instruction in order to meet the needs of those we teach. Are there any questions from all we have talked about that you would love to ask? Yes?
What is the name of the learning that you use with flashcards?
That is the quiz trade. Very nice question. Yes, Miss
I don't have one. I'm alright.
Hilton.
I think I've understood everything about teaching ever.
Well,
Thanks to you.
that's great. So happy this was a success for you. Now, with this new knowledge that you've had, please, if you become a teacher, or even if you're just in your church and you're supposed to lead a discussion, please use this differentiated instruction approach in order to meet the needs of everybody that you're speaking with. Some people learn better with hands-on things, like with you, you're an artist. You love to draw. And for this one, I hope you will remember this. For some people, they love to sing. And when you use this method, please meet the needs of everyone you're teaching, and then they can all have a wonderful experience. Thank you, class. That will be all for today.